Thanks, good team. Okay, we're approaching 8 years in 7K. And, we got three businesses, 7K, Sound Money, and Stack and Sell, all under one roof, three under one, all for $5.99 lifetime membership. And then all the benefits that occur with that. We got so many benefits, 7K Advantage, 7K Protect, that's our health plans, and on and on and on and on. And we can't talk about all the benefits, but what we can talk about is the essentials and getting a person that understands gold and silver, understands the need for gold and silver, and then wants to become a member. What I have seen now over the past few years, and more importantly, this past year, is I see my group forgetting how to be successful. Some bare essentials. And so that's the purpose of this video, is to make sure we get the bare essentials duplicated all the time. If you want a duplicable business, if you want a legacy business, you cannot forego these bare essentials and the tools to use and using them. Because see, too many people just fall out on their own. They give up on themselves. That's number one. And life happens and all these distractions come about, and it enhances that giving up on themselves. So getting started right is the most essential part of your business. When you get a new prospect that has joined your team, if you're not doing these things, and I've found it's not being done, and you're going to have more fallout. You're going to have more people quitting on themselves. Now, you think they're quitting on you, but they're quitting on themselves. But we didn't do the right job for them. Now, what I mean, I'm going to give you three essential tools. And if you haven't done this, everybody that's active in your organization, you go one by one and do them. Everyone you personally sponsored, you go one by one and you do this. And then everybody is active in your organization, you go one by one and you do this. And then you get them to watch this video right here. That's one of them, trying to keep it real short and sweet. The first thing you do when you enroll that person, they're pretty excited most of the time. But the very first thing you do, the very first thing you send them, the very first thing you get them to watch is my video on why your autosaver is a wealth builder, why your autosaver costs you less than what you think, why your autosaver is actually free. See, if you're not doing that, and I found people aren't doing that. That's got to be a tool you have in your phone. You got to be able to send it to them. You got to be able to call them. You got to say, do you understand what Bob said? You got to get over this objection that they will ultimately come to. Why am I paying $139 for a 1 ounce silver coin? And nearly everybody's going to come to that. So I want them to watch that video, yes, before they watch their own boarding video, before they watch their training videos in the training center, before they watch the collector's certification, before they watch anything about bullion and learning the buyer certification. The autosaver is right there in your band apps. It's right there in the notice section. The notice section is the important section that all these videos have to be what? Yeah, we want to start the business immediately because they're They're hot. They're excited, but they're not starting it by themselves. They're starting it with you or with their first up line. So it's a team effort. It's not you send them out to get slaughtered, because they will get slaughtered. Now there's a few that won't happen to, but that's the few. That's the exception. So we don't need to be handling this objection because it's handled right up front. And what goes along with that video is the best short video I've ever seen to help build our business and handle objections. And that's the Courtney Ebbs 15-minute video that you would be brain dead if you wouldn't be in a home-based business. And there's no better home-based business than gold and silver. Everything else is an expense. Ours is an asset. Everything else, they're spending money when they don't have money. Every other network marketing, multi-level marketing, or member referral marketing company, all of them are expenses for services or goods. None of them have any value after they spend the money, and they spend the money to make money. Yep, that's what they do. In fact, they buy a lot more product than they need so they can make money. That's just the history of network marketing. Here, we're buying an asset that we all need. But you got to get this thing out of their head before it ever gets in there, before it ever poisons their brain. Well, why am I spending so much when I can buy it here? No. Everywhere else you buy something, you can't get paid. Here you can get paid to accumulate assets, to accumulate wealth. And you're going to learn about gold and silver, which you've never been taught about. Essential thing. We are teachers of God's money, sound money, real money, gold and silver instead of paper, man's money. And that's why you join. They got to get that in their brain. So 2 tools. I'm going to show you where they're at too. But it's different. They're in different orders on different band apps. So whichever team you're in, but they're all in there. And you got to learn how to use the band app. And you got to learn, get them through my 1, 2, 3 system. But the third thing and the most important thing is you got to get that commitment. They're excited. They're already part of it. Get that commitment right up front. And I'm seeing this is not being duplicated because I ask people, I talk to people when I'm doing 3-ways, when I'm working with people in the business to help them expand their business. I am actually getting the feedback that I need to help you, and I'm seeing my system's not being duplicated. Now, this is a success system. It works in any network marketing company, but it works better in ours because ours is an asset building system. We accumulate assets. We accumulate wealth. It gains wealth in time for us. You got to go over these 7 pieces of paper with them. No, you don't just hand them to them. You actually got to go over. You got to read this with them. Get their concurrence. Get their agreement that every word on this couple of paragraphs sheet of paper, 1 sheet of paper, is an actual fact, is real. Because, see, they don't experience the success you and I have seen. Not yet. And it may take time for that to happen. Some people it goes a little faster, but all of this is true. It takes 3 to 5 years to build a foundation for your business. There's no doubt about that. And so we're really saying, hey, start a side gig that you put about 10 years in. And look, if we only end up with $500 extra a month or even a week, that's better than anything you've could ever possibly do for $599 and buying a coin of wealth that you accumulate, an asset once a month and make a commitment for 2 years. Make a commitment you're going to do this until you find out, until you learn, until you get enough information, until you learn all the aspects, the ins and outs, and until you start acquiring the skills, attitudes, and techniques it takes to build this business. Again, the 7 pieces of paper go over this. The first 2 pieces of paper are the most critical. And then we tell them exactly what they have to do in their 10 hours. Oh, gee whiz, it dropped it. The job description. See, that's the 5 elements of the job description. And when I drop things like this, it just aggravates me because I can't move from one piece to the next piece real easy. Let me see if I can pull that back up. Okay. Well, everybody knows what the job description is. Commitment of 5 to 10 hours a week. Make that commitment. Get that commitment. We try to get that on the first one. The second here it comes up. I'll be able to get that real quick on that job description. Let me get it so it's there. We see the actual elements. If my computer I get so aggravated at this technology nowadays. One, two, three, four. Come on, where am I at? Well, next thing is they need to make 5 touches a day. And they need to make their list. And they need to watch a video once a day. They need to attend a meeting, a training like this one, or a business meeting. Okay? That is what we do. That is the pieces of paper we need to get. And then we need to get their commitment. There it is. So I finally got it up on the screen. Okay, there's the commitment. There's the exposures. We teach them how to do that. We help them do that. We don't want them to get burned. We don't want them to burn their contacts. And this is the most critical thing for them to do for 2 years. Watch a video a day, 5 days a week, not 7. And we have enough between the company videos and my videos. They have enough to watch for more than 2 years. Trust me, I already know that. And so it's a continuous learning process. You're going to be learning until you reach the income goals that you're looking for. And then you're still going to, it's called continuing education. In any career, that's going to happen. And here's but making that list is what's so important. Okay, once we do that, then we have a plan of how we build a business, left team and right team, because they can only do it. And we teach the family business back because they're going to all end up with one sooner or later. And it's better to end up with one on top where they build a business through and they have future leverage opportunity. Otherwise, that family business back going to be way down somewhere on their left, way down somewhere on their right, and probably the better part of their business is going to be above it instead of below it. Well, of course, we don't force them or try to hard sell them into doing it. We just tell them and we get them to watch video. And then we get them to understand the power of duplication. It's everybody gets 2. We help them get 2 and help them get 2. And if this took you 12 years and you ended up with 1,000 people on your left team and 1,000 people on your right team buying a 20-point autosaver, that's 20,000 points. That's an average of 5,000 points a week. You better be a gold. Otherwise, you're going to get a $500 check. if you're just an associate. But you got points to get a $5,000 check a week. That's what we want them to understand. It's the future they're building for. Where else would they have that kind of opportunity? If they keep doing what they've always done, they're going to continue to get what they've always got, or worse. And mostly it's worse because of the state of our economy and the global economy and where it's going. And we just say, hey, this is a proven industry. So what if you tried it before? So what if you failed 10 times? Good thing Einstein or Thomas Edison, good thing Thomas Edison didn't give up on trying to find the filament for the light bulb. He failed over 1,000 times before he found it. Okay, so that's the same thing in life. Just because you picked the wrong companies, you didn't know how to pick the wrong company, you were with the wrong people. Here, you're with the right group, the right place, the right company, right product, right everything. So how do we take advantage of it? The industry works. And then the only thing you have to work on is your own attitude for this next 2 years. If you turn into stinking thinking, you are the problem. And you've got to have this discussion with them. And if you can't have it, put them on my video. I'm having it with them for you. And that means for the new people, you can do the same thing for your people. And when you get these 3 beliefs, when you acquire these 3 beliefs in this 2 to 5 year period, you will be successful. You will have skills. You will have attitudes. You will have technique that you never had before. You're going to only get better then. But if you're not doing, you can't receive. If you're not engaged, you can't receive. If you don't ask, you can't get. Just remember what on the bottom of my email, what I picked up, my mantra. I will do today what others won't so I can have tomorrow what others can't. Will you? Will you do that? That's all it takes. Now I'm going to go and I'm going to share you where to find. Well, I've got I've got I've got to open up the band app. So let me open up the band app and then I'm going to share with you real quick where to find. Because I didn't have the band app open, so let me open it up and I'll share and you can get in there with me so you can see it. I'll try and share my screen right now, let you see me do that. Okay, here we go. Log in on band. I want to show you where those tools are. So there's no excuse. This is showing everybody where they're at. And that's the 2 videos that I talked about. The autosaver is a wealth builder. Now, I did this years ago, but it's still applicable. That's the whole thing. Doesn't matter when I did it, it's still applicable. It still works. And the Courtney Ebbs video, you'd be brain dead not to be in a home-based business. So you get the 1099 tax benefits. And actually, I'll redo the video. I've got a lot of things to redo, but I'm going to just go into one of my teams. Okay. I'm going to go into Go for Gold team. And we got 17 teams now. Okay. And So right here in the notice section, right here, that same thing on your phone, you'll have a little light 10. You got to click on it, and then it opens up the list of all the videos they're supposed to watch. No, I want them to watch the training videos in 7K. Yes, that's part of the onboarding. That's part of, going through and onboarding on your website. That's first thing they watch, and then they get that homework assignment. Then the assignment is to come back and watch these. Okay, but you see, in this particular app, it's real close. Some of the other apps, it's further down the list, and you just need to scroll to it. But there it is. Your autosaver is a wealth builder. Did you know you could get it below cost or free as a member of 7K? Now, you may have sent this to them when you were prospecting them, when that objection came up, but it doesn't matter. This is the first thing they have to watch. That's not being duplicated. Network marketing is simple. You've got to do the same things over and over and over and over. It's got to be a simple recipe. But if you don't duplicate what I put out as the recipe for success, you will not succeed. You will find it harder and harder. You'll find people dropping out on you for the reasons that they shouldn't. Now, I'm not saying all people aren't going to drop out. That's just life. That happens. People give up on themselves every day. That's the difference between success and failure. Quitters can never win, ever. Never. Only you that don't quit have the chance to win. So that's the video. What you do is you can click on view more. You can copy and paste this link. And yeah, you got to put in the passcode. You're not giving them passcode, they can't get it. And it is case sensitive. So you got to follow up and make sure they watch that. What do they understand? Do they see it? Do they understand it? That's why you got to go back to the next video, and you got to make sure you send this to them right after you've confirmed they watched that, because this is going to validate what I'm talking about is the Courtney Ebb video, and it's further down here than I want. There it is. It's hashtag number 2. Okay. Hashtag number 2. The best quick short video tool I've found yet to help you build your 7K business. I gave y'all that in 2021. That has to be watched. That has to be understood. It shows them the 1099. It shows them how their personal expenses convert to business expenses. Those business expenses mean they get their taxes back if they got a W-2 job where employers holding out taxes. So their autosaver basically is free, and their membership's free. But they got to understand this. Then I've got other tax consultants and CPAs and tax lawyers and business consultants that verify all of this. It's all in this Band app. Everything that I talk about is in this Band app. You got to learn how to find it. And I have training on how to find everything. I got everything bibliography in the hashtag search. Now, these two are essential for you to be able to have a successful, duplicatable business. And I really encourage people to add the third one, stories that matter. Woodrow Venables right there. This shows them the long-term benefit of buying that autosaver every month, that it accumulates wealth for them. And there's story after story after story after story like that. So this is number 3. The 3 videos. And I even got more videos like this. You can see that in your testimonies, hashtag testimonies. You'll find a list of them. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. Those are the first videos they need to watch before they engage in the business, because these are real quick, real soon. They're excited. Now you've got to keep them online. And if you haven't done this already, you go back and do what I trained right here in this video with everyone you personally sponsored, and then everybody active in your business, because you're in charge of your left and right team. You're in charge. You are the leader. Take the reins of leadership and do it. And then you get them to watch this video because they need to do the same thing. And since I mentioned words of income of every video that I do, I've got to end it with our income disclosure statement. But I am going to touch on one other thing real quick here first, and that's the comp plan that I put up, the 5 ways of earning income. I just posted it to the band app. This is something they're going to be needing to always understand, is how we make money, how they make money, what the potential is. I know they've seen it when they enroll. You probably played this one for them, but you definitely want to make sure that in part of their training, part of their onboarding, this is a tool now, because it's our 2024 comp plan on how we get paid. Okay. And so I hope I've kept this brief and short. I'm sorry for some of the technical mess ups on my computer. Had a little delay in it, but hopefully it'll be a tool that we can use from here on out. And I appreciate each and every one of you. We talk about income because people need income, but these are real statements. This is our income disclosure. People actually make this kind of money with 7K, and you can too, but only if you're willing to learn and work. Learn and work, learn and work, learn and work. But it's fun. We have fun at doing this, and you can too. Don't make it stressful. I look forward to each and every one of your success in wealth accumulation and wealth building and wealth protection, and in building a side income. Maybe it can become your legacy income, an income you can pass down in a business that you can pass down to your children's children. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I'm gonna see you all on the beaches of the world as we travel, with uh, all the uh, all the trips that 7K provides, on the 7K adventures and 7K uh, uh, meetings and conventions. Uh, they're just fun. You meet all kind of people who want you to be part of that. Thank each and every one of you. Have a great day.